It is about gathering people. It's about sharing something. You know, and also there's something about being around a bunch of healthy people that just makes you feel good. You know? Hi, I'm Mareya, otherwise known as the Fit Foodie. I'm a chef, holistic nutritionist, author, inventor, and mom. And I want to welcome you to my podcast. It's called Recipes for Your Best Life. And with every episode, I'm peeling back the onion on fitness, nutrition, health, wellness, and family. The truth is, you're the chef of your life. And for every important pillar, there's a great recipe worth sharing. So every week, we'll explore them together. Think of it as food for thought that you can really sink your teeth into. So join me, and let's squeeze the joy out of this life, because you only get one. Can I get a fork, yeah? I am Mareya Ibrahim. They call me the Fit Foodie. And this show is all about real experiences, real people doing amazing things in the world of health and wellness. Because after all, if we don't have our health, what do we have? You know, it's like what they say, we are what we eat. Well, we better be putting in good stuff because I don't know about you, but I don't want to be known as being cheap and fast, all right? So today, I'm really excited to introduce our guest. She and I actually met at a gym. We were working out together, and she just exuded this real warmth and awesomeness and just was such a nice person. And when I found out the family that she was a part of, I was just blown away because she's so kind and humble. And I don't know why I would have thought any different, but you'll find out why in a second. And then she went on to create this awesome fitness gym that is really inspiring. And I just want to welcome Marisa Wayne. Hi, Marisa.
Hi, Mareya. Thank you. Nice introduction.
I got to tell you, okay, being the daughter of John Wayne, I mean, talk about a legacy. But you have created now your own legacy. And, he spent a lot of time in the saddle, right? On a horse, but you're now in a totally different kind of saddle. Can you share with us what inspired you to do this?
Well, a bike has never bucked me off, first of all. So it's a little safer. I always grew up a little bit afraid of horses, but I do love them and I love riding. I don't think I've ever heard that analogy before. That's clever.
Really? I thought I was late to the game, but I'm excited I got to say that.
I know, and we call our spin room the saddle room, and there's so many references. I like it. I need to get some boots and some spurs to ride my bike next time.
I like that trend.
I was raised. Both my mom and dad were very active, and I was always raised. We had a boat, and so we were in the water, and we were water skiing and snorkeling and playing tennis, and sometimes horseback riding. Hiking, I had really active, fun parents. So I think from a very early age, I just found a passion in being active. And as I got older, I went to college and I studied exercise science, and I lived up in the mountains, snow skiing, and started teaching in the 80s, started teaching aerobics and step. And back then, I'd like to have a place of my own one day. And, I just loved when people would come up and say that, they felt healthy and that, they were nicer parents and happier people in general. And then I put that on the back burner and had kids of my own and, found that the days that I worked out, I was happier. I was a better mom. I slept better. I had more patience. It was like, I'd always felt good being active, but after becoming a parent, you're so tired and there's a lot of stress of being a new mom. And just the days that I could get in and, take that hour for myself was so much better for myself and my family.
That's a great point that you bring up. Sorry not to interrupt you, but, as a mom, we have so many responsibilities and we've got to juggle so much. And you found an outlet. And can you tell our listeners about your gym?
Yes, it's called Grit Cycle, and we're in Costa Mesa, and we're indoor cycling. And the classes are 45 minutes, and we're in what we call the saddle room, and there's 45 bikes, and we turn the lights down, and we turn the music up, and you are riding your bike to the music with different moves. There's a little bit of choreography. You're working your upper body, your lower body. We have a song where we use light hand weight, and it's a full body workout, and it's so much fun because you think you're dancing. And everyone is in there. There's no competition. You're just in there to support one another, and people are hooting and hollering, and it's a party on a bike. And it flies by, and people come up to me after class, and they're dripping wet. And they just say, that was so much fun, I didn't even realize I was working out. And it's been open about a year, and I'm really proud of the community of people that walk through our doors because, like I said, they're just, it's like one big support group. And they come and they work out together, and then they go and they have breakfast after or even drinks after. So much a part of why we opened. It wasn't so that you could lose weight or be thin or look better, which is, definitely a side effect and a benefit. But there have been studies that have been done in different areas of the world. They're called blue zones, where people live happy, healthy, long, vibrant lives. They live into their hundreds. There's all these components that come into that. And, eating well, being fit, being active are certainly on the list, but it's also having a purpose, giving back, feeling like you're a part of something, having, social activity, being out with people and friends and making a difference. So what we wanted to do was have this place where people could come, and we have a nice deck outside, and it's a social gathering place. And we also have karma rides every week, which are complimentary rides, and we just ask that you donate to the charity of the month. And we'll also have fundraisers, and so, these people just raised almost $200,000 for the John Wayne Cancer Foundation last June.
Wow. That is
our
amazing.
goal was $100,000, and they're like, they have a month. And they went out into the community and came up with $200,000.
That is phenomenal.
It's so much more than just another fitness center. I am very proud of the people of our team and the people that come in there. And I think that, not only are you making yourself healthier, but you're strengthening the community as well. So
I've got chills right now with you saying this because, and I got to tell everybody, it is a religious experience. Okay, I did a class, I did a karma ride. Marisa invited me to check it out, and I kid you not, like I was buzzing, and I left there just on a higher plane. I was so high on endorphins. And just so excited. And I ran into a friend of mine that was there, and I hung out with people on the deck. And it really is so much more than just exercise. It is about gathering people. It's about sharing something. It's about really and also there's something about being around a bunch of healthy people that just makes you feel good, And I can imagine you going to work every day. I mean, it is... Talk about a fun atmosphere and a party on a bike.
Yeah,
that's the perfect description.
It's a happy place for sure. Yeah. I just got done teaching just now, and it's just the best way to start my day. So I love seeing the people.
Yeah. So what is the plan, Marisa? Are you, now that you kind of got bitten by the bug, is there a plan to maybe grow Grit Cycle into other locations?
Yeah, we've always had that plan. We just, we've only been open a little over a year, and, we're still working on fine-tuning this first location, which is our baby. But we are, we've got our eyes open and feelers out. So, we'd like to expand. We just don't want to rush into anything.
Yeah, and I just got to tell everybody that's listening, email us and put in your bid for your city, because you're going to want one of these Grit Cycles in your backyard. I'm not kidding you. It will make you a happy person. So all of this awesomeness and the John Wayne Foundation that, is doing so much for cancer funding and research. I mean, I got to give you guys so much kudos as a family for what you've done to give back. Can you tell us a little bit about, where those roots kind of started in terms of giving back? And I know that your mom, Pilar, had a big influence on your, perspective on health and wellness. Was this something that was just ingrained in you at a young age?
Well, my mom was always she always had her charity luncheons and, raising money for orphanages, and you know, I do remember her doing a lot of work for abused children and orphans and, you know, children in general. But the cancer research came from my dad. He said, you know, he knew he was very sick. He had already beat cancer once before I was even born. But he said, you know, kids, you know, and he had no idea how popular he was. I mean, of course he knew he was, you know, top box office and all that, but he's been gone almost 30 years, and he is still in the top 10 movie stars of all time in the Harris poll, you know, every year, along with, you know, current movie stars of today. It's really overwhelming, his popularity and longevity. And, you know, when he asked us, he said, you know, if you can do anything with my name, I would really like it if you could just use it to help people and their families who are suffering from cancer. So here we are 30 years later and still going strong, and we have the John Wayne Cancer Institute, which is up in Santa Monica at St. John's Hospital, and that's where we have research and treatment. And then we have the John Wayne Cancer Foundation, which is based here in Newport Beach, where we fund the institute, but we also fund lots of different programs.
Amazing.
And I think that he would be, you know, very proud. And, you know, my oldest brother, Michael, who has passed away, you know, really did a lot of work to get it started and off the ground, and he's passed away. And so my two brothers, Patrick and Ethan, and my niece, Anita, are very involved. I just kind of show up and do what they tell me to do, and we did our fundraising at Grit. But, you know, they really have devoted their lives to building the Institute and the foundation, and they've done a great job.
Well, and everybody, I mean, this is real. I mean, this is not made for Hollywood. This is real work that's doing amazing things for families that need support and funding to be able to, you know, to battle this horrible disease. So it's just, It's wonderful what you guys are doing as a family. And I think you are a family business in a lot of ways in that sense. I mean, what was growing up in the Wayne family like? Like, give us a scenario of what dinner time looked like. 7 kids, right?
To tell you what dinner time was. The clean eating didn't start till a little later in life. You know, my dad was a meat and potatoes guy, and pretty much every night for dinner we had a steak and baked potato or some sort of vegetable that was, you know, completely overcooked and drenched with butter. 6 o'clock, we knew to be back at home, and we sat down as a family and had dinner. He loved to eat, and my mom was really the one who was, you know, she was always trying the high protein and, you know, take out. I remember I wanted Lucky Charms, and I couldn't have cereal, and I didn't understand, you know, I wanted cereal and Eggos, and, you know, she was trying to get me to eat healthier, and it's something I struggle with my kids. But my dad was always just, you know, let's have cereal at midnight, and, you know, great memories, but just not the greatest diet in the world.
So
dinner time was definitely a family time.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, and listen, we all have those experiences, I think, but how do you think that, like, did that encourage you to get into the kitchen?
Probably not till later in life. You know, my mom, she had a cookbook and she had a restaurant, and I would see her and kind of help her, but it wasn't until in my 20s, I think, and I was just like, oh, you know, this cooking thing's kind of fun, and then I really got into it, and didn't really start out trying to cook healthy, but over the years now, you know, I try to cook organic. I try to, you know, if I am going to cook meat, I get organic grass-fed, uncured bacon, organic vegetables and fruits, and, you know, I really try to be conscious of non-GMO, and you know, that didn't come till way later in life. And, you know, everything changes. I feel like back in my 20s, they were like, oh, you know, you can't eat fat. You know, carbs are what you should eat. And, you know, so you're eating all this low-fat stuff that, you know, turns out not to be good for you. And then, you know, if you just eat natural and you eat moderate, you don't... Clean, but, you know, you don't go overboard on one thing. And, you know, you give yourself a variety.
Right. No, and I'm a big believer in that. I mean, I think, you know, clean eating is really about eating as close to the source as nature intended without,
Yeah.
the pesticides and GMOs and everything, and, eating variety. And I think we're definitely coming back to that, which I love. So I read that you have kind of a favorite dish that you're known for. Can you describe that dish? Because it's pretty unique. Your lemongrass.
Oh, the soup?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.